Look down in the verse 3 here. This really shows you where these guys are. They're supposed to be there to comfort Job, right? Look at this. Wherefore are we counted as beasts? You talk about a bunch of selfish people. What are you worried about? What Job said is making you look like a beast. You're taking this attack on yourself and you want to draw attention to that when you consider the attack that Job is under. Of course, they don't know he's under the attack of Satan, but he's under attack of something. And you're worried about Job said a few words that, and he didn't really say anything. He didn't go too far as to count them as beasts. He said he didn't find any wisdom among them, which could borderline on saying you're stupid as a beast. But Job has been pretty kind up until now, even though he has said some things. But look at these guys. They're more worried about themselves. Or you made us look like beasts. We're the ones that's fixing to tell you what you need to hear, but you're making us look like beasts. Yeah, I'll tell you what, that religion, that's a beast for you. I'm telling you, it is. Matter of fact, the great whore is a type of that. That's the whole religion thing. Get you in a program of going along, following their whole thing. Look at this. And reputed vile in your sight. They're saying that Job looks at him as a bunch of vile things in Job's sight. You don't know what Job is thinking. Job's thinking, you guys ought to let up because you ought to help me in this situation. I thought you came here to comfort me. And now all you're worried about is yourself. You're worried about how this looks on you, how this shines a light on you, or how it makes you feel. I've experienced this before, and I'm sure you can attest to this. When you see somebody go through some real hardship, and like all of a sudden they drop off into some sort of hardship, doesn't it make you feel uncomfortable? Especially if they were living righteous prior to them dropping off. It really makes you feel uncomfortable because you know why? You're thinking to yourself, that dude was more righteous than me. And if that can happen to him, what's waiting on me? And people, they get real uncomfortable with that, like we talked about a couple chapters back. So the human nature is immediately trying to go digging and prying and trying to find something to connect it to, that it's something he did is causing that.